week and play a better game.
Did you ever feel like you guys got in a rhythm?
It was hard. It was a little up and down. You know, we got in a rhythm a couple times, but for the majority of the game, it was, you know, penalties kill us. Everything, you know, when we stop our momentum going forward, it sort of kills our offense, you know.
Was there anything their defense did that confused your front a little bit, or how would you describe how their front seven did?
They did a good job. You know, they didn't show. I mean, they came out with typical blitzes. They came smash strong, smash weak. You know, Mike at A, simple stuff like that. It's all stuff we can pick up, but you know, we just have to do a better job on offense and pick up everything and get the ball down the field.
One of these games where, you know, the offense doesn't click on all cylinders, and yet, you know, it seemed like when you guys needed a play late, you guys were able to. Is that more rewarding for you in some ways?
It shows, you know, that, you know, and sometimes a game like this may be good. You know, surely to get our team understanding that, you know, every game we have to come with it. We can't come out there and think, you know, we have to understand what we train for. We have to do it, and you know, to make those big plays for the comeback for Jordan Payton, and to get that 7 points on the board when we did in the third quarter. It was a big situation. So it just shows that, you know, we have the resolve as an offense to do it. We just can't shoot ourselves in the foot.
Did you consciously become a little more aggressive as a runner after halftime?
You know, when you have to sort of find the tempo in offense, and if that may be running the ball a little bit more, then you know, I have the ability to do that. And, you know, I pride myself in understanding that, you know, if we need a spark or something like that, I can, you know, run the ball a little and be that spark. But, you know, the lanes are there. When they're there, I'll just take them.
Coach Morris said that you were trying to make, well, the offense was trying to make a big play a little bit too much in the first half. Would you say you were trying to do that a bit?
You know, I felt like we were sticking to what we were doing. You know, play calls and stuff, everything was fine. We just honestly have to stick within ourselves. We sort of kept shooting ourselves in the foot, and if you watch the game, well, I know you guys all did, but, you know, third and longs every time, you know, they hurt an offense when you get a penalty, and when you don't stay on schedule and keep it 3rd and 5s or less. You know, it hurts an offense when you're in 3rd and 10s, 3rd and 12s. You know, it shortens the play calling down to which, you know, to things you have to do.
What's it feeling like when you walk off the field after a game like that? That, you know, does it feel like you escaped one, or?
It doesn't feel like we escaped one. Defense did a great job today. They scored 3 touchdowns. But, you know, it's you know, you always have to be humble in victory and defeat. But, you know, games like this, you really have to take into account and understand that, you know, we have a lot of stuff to work on. And I think as a team, you know, the sky's the limit. But we have to understand that we have to put in the preparation, and we can't shoot ourselves in the foot like this. We can't make mental lapses like this. You know, we're an older team, and we have to understand that, you know, we have to come out and perform.
So are you very concerned by this, or not too surprised because it's just the first game? And
you know, it's the first game. At first, you know, first quarter, there was just jitters getting out, and that's like every team in the country. But you know, it allows us to go back, and I'm not really concerned about this, but it just allows us to fix these things going through forward in the season.
You had a lot of drops today, though. You know, is that something that's atypical for this team, right? You think
it's not typical, not typical at all. But you know, I have a lot of trust in my receivers. I'm gonna throw the ball, and I'm gonna keep throwing the ball. You know, what happens may happen, but I trust them to come down with it whenever I put it there.
Coach Morris said when he looked at guys, you know, coming out the field, going to the locker room, it looked to him like, you know, they had just lost, like you guys had lost the game.
And it's just because our expectations are so high, and it's not that we put outside pressure on ourselves, but understanding that, you know, we have high expectations in the first place, so we have to learn how to handle those and how to really come on the field and really just play our brand of football. And today, you know, we didn't exactly play our you know, offensive style of football. We didn't. Defense played a great job. Special teams did good, but we have to put it together as a team. Offense has to come out and play our game. And that's the one thing I'm really focused on. This game is offense. We got to come together with it.
You mentioned a lot of national eyeballs, a lot of people looking at you guys early in the year. What's the takeaway? What should they think about this team? Just first game.
You know, it's a first game. You can take away what you want. We got a W. But, you know, there's a lot of things we have to fix. So I think, you know, people see that, and there's a lot of things we just have to correct and get going. And once we, you know, we had those moments where you could see it, but it was the stuff that shot us. You know, I kept we're coming back to the shooting in the foot, because every time, you know, we'd start some, we'd sort of hurt ourselves and bring it back. But, you know, we have to cut that out, and then it will be fine.
Does it take a few minutes after the game to tell yourself, we won this game? Like,
it does.
Relax, we won.
It does. Just because, like I said, you have high expectations, and you know that today, you know, not everything was perfect, and you know, nothing will always be perfect. But you know, we expect greatness. Not just myself, but we all expect greatness, and that's what we want to do.
you mentioned all the shooting yourself in the foot, and that obviously can get frustrating when the offense is scuffling. Coach Morris said your demeanor really didn't change throughout that game, though. Is that you feel like that was kind of a good step for you? And forget the numbers and the stats, that you kind of went out there and kept doing your thing the whole time?
Yeah, and I think as a quarterback you have to do that. And I think that's where the maturity process comes along. Last year I've started running more in the pocket just because of pressure and stuff like that. But I think now to be able to sit, what's up, Coach? Now to be able to.
How'd you play today?
Yeah, it was all right. But I think now to be able to keep your calm and keep your composure, thanks to this big guy over here, it really shows a mature process, and how far it's come, to stay in the pocket, keep making the throws, and not really worry about rush or anything like that.
You mentioned that dig route. You're talking about that third down throw to kind of clinch it.
Oh, that was a comeback, yeah.
Yeah, the comeback. I mean, was that one of your favorite throws of the day? Just given
it was, yeah. There was a lot of good throws and a lot of throws that I liked, and there was some stuff I'd want back, but that was a big one.
It seemed like when there was someone coming in your face, and you kind of
sometimes as a quarterback, you got to sit in and take a hit while throwing, and that was the one, a little butterflies on my stomach today, because we haven't been hitting in a while, since the beginning of last year. But to get that first hit out the way, and then now to understand, you got to sit in the pocket, take hits, make throws.
Did it feel different on the field after sort of how much everyone's talking